Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I am on some Forza Horizon 2, and today, in this video, I will be talking a little bit about the wheel, the Thrustmaster wheel, and what it's like. I've had it for literally just a week right now, and I've honestly not being douchey or anything, but I've honestly improved so much in the past week with the wheel on all the different games that I've played, and it's insane. It is insane how much I can improve in like a week on a wheel. So I'm still sort of taking my time with it. I'm not playing like every single hour of every day. I'm trying to make videos with it, and then I maybe play for another like 2 hours after that, and that's only some days because I kind of go out. I don't sit in the house. I try not to sit in the house too much, and when I go out, I obviously can't like have like a lot of time to play with the wheel itself. So whatever you guys see in videos is very limited practice with it, but I'm trying my best obviously to learn how to play with the wheel, and you know, obviously trying to drive different cars and all that sort of stuff. But for today's video, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the wheel and what it's like on the different games that I've played. And there's a bunch of things that people don't know. If you don't have a wheel, you just don't know obviously what it's like to have a wheel and what it's like to play the games. So I'm gonna start off with Forza Horizon 2 since I'm on the game. I love this game with the wheel. It's honestly so much fun to play because it is, first of all, open world, so there's a lot more space, obviously. Obviously there's like, you know, tighter sections. For example, I think it's the Castelletto section. Yeah, the Castelletto section here. This is kind of tight-ish. There's a section at the docks that's actually very tight as well that you have to... by the way, I'm talking about drifting right now. I'm not talking about racing. Racing is actually kind of easy in this game anyway, with or without the wheel, so I'm not gonna really talk too much about that. There's a bunch of different sections in Nice. There's a super tight one in Nice. It's like around here somewhere, I think, if I remember correctly, but there's one there. There's a couple of like actual tight sections. There's actually even one at the airport as well, but there's a bunch of different ones that you can just go around and sort of freestyle and free roam a little bit. Stuff like the docks. There's different areas of the docks where you could just go around and just freestyle with your car. You don't have to drift in a section or anything, and it's honestly so fun to just drift around with the wheel on this game. It really is. It's a lot more fun than Forza 6. As you can see, I'm still not amazing at this game because, like I said, I've had the wheel for about a week. So I also haven't put in like a decent amount of practice with it, which I probably should if I want to end up improving with the wheel. But as you can see, freestyling with it is very easy when you don't have to sort of, you know, try to get as close to things as possible. But you know, practicing will obviously get you to be a little bit better. Like right there, that was basically a spin out. Like I did not control that car at all. So you know, the tighter sections, like this is kind of tighter, I guess. It's still pretty massive, a very massive gap, but I can still sort of hold a line in these sections. Not the best line, like I said, because I'm still kind of a noob at this, but I can still sort of hold a line with the wheel. Oh god, and I was supposed to go that way to the left, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I need a little bit more practice, which is kind of obvious, but basically, I want to talk a little bit about Forza Horizon 2. So, Forza Horizon 2 with the wheel is actually very fun to play. It's fun because it's all open world. It's fun because the actual force feedback of the wheel is actually very good on this game. So, it's honestly a little bit more realistic than Forza 6. So, that brings me to another point. Watch this, right? I'm going to compare 3 games that I've played. So, Forza Horizon 2, Forza 6, and Assetto Corsa, and I want to show you guys literally something that none of you are probably gonna, or that very few of you will know what it's like. So, in a real life car, when you shift the weight of a car, the front wheels, that dude just committed suicide. The wheels usually, you know, follow the car's direction and they turn towards they turn so they can straighten up the car again, basically, because of the weight that gets pushed onto the front wheels. So when you do something like this, right? Let me go actually to a more open area here. So over here, right? More open area, right? you turn left, you accelerate. If you let go of the wheel, it should rotate, right, by itself to the right. As you can see here, it's doing it a little bit by itself. See? It's like it's trying to sort of get the wheels to be straight. So if I hit the e-brake right now, if I go into this, hit the e-brake, turn. The wheel is supposed to turn, right? It's supposed to rotate so the car could try and straighten out again, because I didn't add any gas or anything, so it shouldn't be spinning. Like it shouldn't actually end up like sliding. So when I do something like this, the wheel is actually supposed to turn by itself to the right to sort of compensate with the weight that's being pressed on the wheels, and it's supposed to straighten up again, which is what the car should be doing. That is what realistic car driving is like. Now that's Forza Horizon 2. Now if I hop on Forza 6, I'll basically just add on clips onto this video. So this is Forza 6. And as you can see, there's almost zero movement. And this isn't due to the amount of force feedback that I have added on. This is like either with max or no force feedback, it still does the exact same thing. And this is Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa is the most realistic drifting game that I've ever played. I've played even R-Factor. R-Factor is actually a lot more realistic than Forza as well. But Assetto Corsa is the best game, and it's honestly the easiest game, I think, in my opinion, to try and drift on because of how real it is. And I actually know what the car is going to do. I feel like my wheel is connected to the front wheels of the car, and that is why I think Assetto Corsa is definitely the best game to play with a wheel if you end up having one. If you do end up getting a wheel, please try and buy Assetto Corsa. If you can't run it on your computer, just wait a little bit longer. The game is going to come out on console very, very soon. So, like I said, basically wait for the game to come out and get it, because it is, like, it's so good, dude. Assetto Corsa is, like I've said in the past, it's in a different league to Forza. It's not even the same. It's not even, you can't even use them in the same sentence, because it's not the same thing. So I'm sorry, Forza, but your force feedback sucks. It's pretty bad. And I think even people that have played Gran Turismo, they say the Gran Turismo's force feedback is insanely better than Forza's. So I'm not, like, this video isn't here for me to shit on these games, because I'm not trying to, but you know, I'm just sort of explaining what the force feedback is like for all these games. So Forza is pretty bad. Assetto Corsa is amazing. I still haven't played Gran Turismo with it. First of all, because it's not compatible, and second of all, I think I need to get some sort of adapter, so I'm gonna possibly try to look into that and try to get an adapter and probably try to play some Gran Turismo 6 with it. I'll see what that's like. If I can't do that, if I cannot do that, I'm not entirely sure if you can. I know you can do a G27 swap to Xbox with like some sort of a converter, but I'm not sure if you can do Xbox One wheel to a PlayStation 3 wheel, right? I have no idea if you can do that. I'll probably look it up and I'll see. People are telling me to try and switch to a lower wheel rotation, and I just can't do that. Like, when I'm drifting, I don't want to do... Like, right now, I'm practicing with 540 wheel rotation, 540 to 570. I usually try to go around 540 because it's, you know, obviously a little bit easier, but 540 to 570 is where I want to stick with the wheel rotation whenever I'm doing any sort of drifting. If I'm racing, I usually bring around to like 400 to 420 degrees, but for drifting, I cannot stand doing this to counter steer, right? It just feels so wrong. But like I said, the force feedback on Forza 6 is pretty bad, so people just go ahead and just leave the force feedback as like low as possible, or like maybe up to like 300 degrees, you know? So like, the lowest you can possibly go with the force feedback, I think, is 270 degrees, which I'll show you guys right now. Actually, just so you guys can see what it's like with the super low rotation. So I'll bring this down to like 300. Yeah, fuck it, 270 degrees. So you guys will see exactly what this is like. So for the force feedback is obviously going to be a little bit stronger, like this, because you get a lot more like feedback in the wheel because you're not turning the wheel as much. But this is the full rotation of the wheel. Watch, you guys ready? That's it. That is full lock. That's center. That's full lock again. And people on Forza 6, they drive like this. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are bad for drifting like this, you know, obviously. But since the force feedback is so bad, I can't, I don't know how to drift like this. This is like, I'm used to like trying to slide a car in real life, and I can't. See how easy this is? You barely turn the wheel. And the car slides. Like, but it just feels so wrong to me, and I can't get around to doing this. I can't even race like this. And I usually bring my... These guys are committing suicide left, right, and center here. But I can't stand doing this. I can't... I don't... it feels so wrong to me. Like I said, on whenever I'm racing, I usually bring the first... Or, sorry, not the first feedback, but the wheel rotation down a little bit. But I never bring it down this low. It's usually to around 400 degrees, like I said, whenever I'm racing, but... This feels so bad. I can't do it like this. I can do it, it's just... I need a little bit of practice. I need more practice like this than I do with a higher rotation wheel. I feel like second gear for this thing with the wheel is a lot better than third gear, but... Ah well. Anyway, I think that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to finish off with a few donuts here, but thank you very much for watching today's video. I will definitely be bringing out a lot more content with the wheel. Also, if you guys want to check out Jim's new video, I'm not entirely sure if he uploaded it yet, but basically I ended up making a video with him. We were playing like a game of drift. He like immediately sprung the idea on me to just do one of these sort of like game of drift videos. If you guys have ever played Skate, you know, you have the 5 letters and you have different challenges for you and whoever else is in the game. You know, you have different challenges. If you fail a challenge, you get a letter. The first person who spells skate loses, and I ended up losing like immediately because I spelled the game, or I spelled the word drift like immediately. Like I lost pretty much every single round. So that is a game, or sorry, that is a video that I haven't uploaded on the channel. I'm not going to because I was honestly pretty upset with not upset as in I was gonna like cry, but I was upset as in I was kind of pissed off at myself for like sucking so bad. So I ended up losing like immediately. I lost like every challenge, so I was a little bit quiet in the video as well, which made it a lot worse for you guys to watch. It was just him talk, like it was literally just Caleb talking. So it would have ended up being like a super boring video of drift. He might upload it on his channel. I'm not entirely sure if it's gone up yet. If it is, then go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link to the video and down in the description box below. You guys will hear how quiet I am in that video because, like I said, I'm trying to concentrate super hard, you know, I was kind of sucking. He had a car built for wherever he was doing. I didn't, and I'm not trying to make excuses or anything. Like he was obviously doing better than me, so that's why he won. But you know, I just wasn't ready, and I didn't have a proper tune, and I was drifting with other people's tunes instead because, like I said, I don't have proper, you know, wheel tunes for my cars and whatever. Anyway, these sound like excuses, but they're not really. Like I'm just trying to tell you guys pretty much what was going on. But still, the video actually turned out probably really good for like on his end. So like I said, go ahead and watch that video. If it's up, I'll put a link to it down in the description box below. But for now, I think that's gonna be it. That is it from me. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will definitely continue to bring out some more video. And it's straighten up again. That's something that Forza doesn't do. It literally locks the wheel in one place. Or Forza 6, I mean. But that's gonna be it. Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This was kind of like a long video, but it was me sort of talking a little bit about the wheel, sort of reviewing it after like a week of use, and I wasn't even paying attention to what I'm doing. It's super fun. I'm definitely gonna be practicing more and more with the wheel. I'm gonna bring out more and more content with it, and just make sure you look out for that. I've also been getting a lot better at drifting in Assetto Corsa, so that is gonna be some interesting content that will come out very soon. So for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.